Hello, this is a video for the teachers at Amity International School to support them in creating a SeeSaw account in case of the coronavirus potential school shutdown. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open a browser. Now you could use Chrome or Firefox or Safari, anyone that you like, so I'm going to use a Firefox one. So you open up your browser and you go to Google. Once you're at Google, you write in SeeSaw and do a search for it, and the first thing that will come up will be the SeeSaw program that we're going to use. You click SeeSaw and open it up, and the web page loads. And we're going to go up and we're going to either click sign in for free or log in. I'm just going to click log in. This is the easiest way to do it, so I just click log in here. Okay, once I get to the login stage, I'm going to choose that I am a teacher. So the students at a later stage will choose that they are a student, but at this stage you choose I am a teacher. You click I am a teacher, you go to create account, so it's set up a sign in, you go to create account and you fill in your teacher details. So I'm putting in Nicholas May. You put in your Amity school account. So I'm actually using a different account because I've already registered my Amity one. So, but for you, put in your Amity account and put in a password. Okay, once you've done your username and your password and you've set it all up, you click Create Teacher Account. Once you click Create Teacher Account, you'll get asked about these privacy settings. You just need to click I agree to the terms and I agree to the consent, and then you're going to click Continue. Once you click Continue, it'll ask you which class that you are teaching, right? So we're setting this up at the moment for classroom teachers, but music teachers and art teachers could do the same thing. But at this stage, it's really just for the classroom teachers. So let's say, for example, I am a Year 4 teacher, so I'm going to put in Year 4. You can name the class whatever you like, so maybe I'm Year 4 Starfish. I'm not sure what the Year 4 are called, but let's say Year 4 Starfish. So I've created a class called Year 4 Starfish, remembering that our school, Year 4, is actually the third form, so we're going to actually click the 3. This will never come up. No one will actually see this. This is more for administration purposes. You know which year level you are, right? So Year 4 is the third grade level, so we're just going to click grade there, third, and then we click the green arrow, top right-hand corner. So that's pretty much it to start the class. We've got this new portal window has opened up. We've got a class that has no students in it. We get little pop-ups that help us add activities and add things. So the first thing obviously we want to do is we want to add our students. So I'm going to click Add Students. And it says, how do you want the students to sign in? Do you want them to use an email address and password or no email address and password? Now, as a school, we've decided to select no email address and password for all the classes up to grade 5 and 6 onward. I believe those classes are going to use the email address. That'll be discussed in our meetings. But at this stage, click no email address. Now, are we going to choose a shared device or a one-to-one device? Well, really, we want the students using their own device, so a one-to-one device. So we're just going to click one-to-one. Okay, now it asks for us to add students' names. Now, we can either individually type in every name, so I've got a student named Peter, or we could paste the list of student names. So I'm going to just click paste the list of student names, and I could paste them all in down here. Now, I've already set up a list of student names here, so I'm just going to open that. So here's my class list. I'm just going to get every single student, copy that list, Command-C on a Mac, Control-C on a PC, go down, come back here and paste that list into here. You all know how to copy and paste, right? So you copy and paste the list into here, and then we click the tick arrow, and you'll see that each student has been given an individual sort of bubble, and then you click the tick arrow again, and it'll add the students to the classroom. Now, it comes up with this screen. This is a really important screen. This is how to get the students started, and it gives them a step-by-step guide on how to get the students started. Now, one of the most important things here is this scan here. This is called a QR code, and this is the way that we're going to use for the students to access each classroom. It also comes up with a code down here, but this code down here only lasts for 1 hour. So we're going to use this code maybe on a daily basis, but in general we're going to be using this main QR code, and this is the code that we're going to be using every single day. So what we would like the teachers to do is go down to print student sign-in poster down here, the bottom right hand corner. We click on that, and this sign-in poster will come up on your screen, and it's a PDF. Now, I'm just going to click cancel on print. PDF goes for 3 pages. You do not need all 3 pages. All you need as a teacher is this last page here. And this is the page for the students. And essentially it says which class they're in, Year 4 Starfish. It says that they're going to be using SeeSaw to get on. They need to click on I am a student, and it gives them the QR code. Now we're going to print this code, we're going to laminate one for every single student in the class, hand them their code, and that QR code will be their access point to log on. So as a teacher, you would print this code and print 26 copies of it, laminate all 26, give one to each member of the children in your class so they permanently have this QR code so they can go home and scan it. So that's very important that you do that. You can save that, you can drag it onto your desktop, you can print it straight away, you can access it later. So if you close this window, you don't need to worry that you've lost it. We'll close it now. We can get back to that one later. Okay, so I'm going back to my class now. So we've finished with this section here. We've added the students. I'll show you how the students log in just a moment. We click the X and we close this window. Now that we close this window, I'm just going to extend this screen down a little bit. Now that we close this window, you can see that we have all of the students have got their name here. They've been allocated a little picture, an icon to show who they are. Now, as a teacher, you want to start to add activities. And the activities you add are going to be seen by the students, and the students can then submit their work and you can mark it and so on and so forth. But before we do the activities, we need to just check a few settings to make sure the settings are right. We're going to go up here into the top right hand corner where there is like a screwdriver, spanner. We click on that spanner, and that'll bring up our class settings. Now that we've got our class settings, a few things that we want to check. We want to check the name that we've got. We can check the year level, the grade level that this is. We can manage the teachers. We can do themes and colours and icons and those sorts of things. The first change we're going to make is the Manage Teachers. You're going to click onto Manage Teachers. You're going to go to this window and you're going to type my email address, nmay@amity Abu Dhabi, you know the thing, .ae. You're going to click invite me as a teacher, and then I'm going to be able to administer and help and support you guys by doing that. So nmay@amity Abu Dhabi, and then you're going to click invite teacher, and that'll invite me as a teacher to this class. In fact, I'll do it. I'll click on this one and invite myself as a teacher. Now that will have sent an email to me, and I'll be able to join your class and then help you with any support or anything that you need. Okay, once you've done that one, we're going to just scroll down a little bit further, and we're going to go down to the one that says students can see each other's work. That's this line here. We're going to click that off. We don't want students seeing each other's work. We want it to be clicked off. So we're just going to confirm that change. Now, the other ones we're going to leave. New items require approval. Well, yes, we want you as a teacher to approve the new items. The students can edit theirs. If they've made a mistake on their work, they can go back and edit it. And we've got a sample student in there at the moment, which is up here. We'll get to that in a minute. But we're going to leave the sample student in there just so that we can work with the sample student, showing you how this program works. There's other accesses and other settings down here that we can play with. At this stage, we're not going to play with any others. The important one is the students can see other work is turned off, and that you have added me as a teacher so that I can provide you support. So we're going to close out of that, and we go back to this main page. Right, now we want to set some activities. So I'm going to go into the activities section here. I'm going to click on activities. And this is where I can add things for the students to do. I can add tasks, I can add different things that I would like them to do. So I click on the add button, and I can post student work or assign an activity. I can send an announcement. At this stage I'm going to do, let's assign an activity, so I click on there. And from the assign an activity section, we can then create a new activity. So if you are, a creative teacher, you can click on create activity and you can create your own. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? So we might want to click on new ideas and other people's ideas. So we click on this community library, and the community library comes up and it'll give us lots of different options of activities that other teachers have already gone ahead and made. So and it'll give us suggestions based on the grade level that we put in, right? So they should be age specific, they should be correct, right? So we're going to go through and we might say, this Scrabble activity looks interesting, let's click on this one, let's add that activity. Now, before it's added, I'll be able to go through and read it and make sure that's correct and it is what I want it to be. I'll make sure it's the right type of activity for my class, then I might go and click assign. And so I assign that activity. I'm assigning it to the Year 4 Starfish class. It has 19 students. It's all ready to go, so I'm going to click Assign Activity. So now I assign that activity, and it says, well done, step one, the students will sign in, and then they'll respond, and it'll be in the Year 4 activity, Year 4 Starfish class. So I click on that, close that, and I can go back to my class. Now if I look at my class, I have, here is the activity. When the students log on, they will click add responses and they will go through and add responses. I will see that there are responses here and I will have waiting for approval because we left it in the settings so that the students have to wait for approval before their before their work is assessed or marked or posted on the site. It has to be approved. Now by doing that, the teachers get to give active feedback for every single student. So that's the way that the SeeSaw is going to be set up. Now when the students do actually do an activity, you'll get a message in your inbox here, not your email, you'll get it in here saying such and such has completed the activity, can you please mark it? And you can click on it from there, open it up and open up the activity and get it going. You can add skills and other activities, but and other things. In the journal page, I suggest that you do some sort of introductory video at the start to show the journal page and show how it works and give the kids sort of a daily bulletin or a daily activity. Same thing, you can just click add. You can add an assignment, or you can send an announcement or post. The real thing here is for you to try all of these things. Click them, try them out and put different things in here. Now, teachers are creative, so you can use videos and you can actually put a video. We might, I'll just show you very quickly. Here I could go post student work and I could put a video in here. So this video could be of me saying, good morning students, can you please do this? Oh, well, let's do it. We'll click on the video. Just going to allow that. Okay. All right, so here's the video of me in the classroom, ready to go. I can hit go. Yeah, I want to use my external microphone. Yeah. Allow. Okay, and then I can record myself. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, students. How are you going? This morning we're going to do an activity on Scrabble, whatever. Okay, so I've created that video, and the video is now going to be posted onto my classroom as the first thing for the day. Now, obviously I'm doing this quickly to help teachers out. It's not the best video you'll ever see. I could add a caption down the bottom. Morning greeting. Okay, I could add a video down the bottom, hit click. Okay, I want all of my class to see it, so I'm going to click on Year 4. So the whole class, I want every single student to see that greeting. I go back, click, click that. Sorry, I've got to go down the bottom. Yeah, and go, the green click here. There we go. And now on my journal, first entry of the day for every single student is my video. They can click to watch the video, they can leave comments, they can like it, they can do whatever they like, and it'll come in. And you'll see that all of the different students in here are starting to get, some kids have seen it, some kids haven't seen it. They've got items in there to see whether they've got the elements come up on their screen or not. Okay, so that's the teacher side of it, right? Now I want to show you the student side of it as well. Okay, so now we're at the second part of the video, which is the students logging in. First thing I'm going to do is just log out of myself as a teacher, and so I can show the example of logging in as a student. I'm going to click on my name. I'm going to click on the little cog that's here, and then I'm going to click sign out. So I'm signing out as myself, sign out as a teacher. Now the students, what they're going to do is they're going to do the same thing that you've done. They're going to go to Google, do a search for SeeSaw, they're going to find SeeSaw, they're going to click the login button, and they're going to get to here. And once they get to here, instead of putting I am a teacher, they're going to click on I am a student. They click on I am a student, and they've got two options down here. They can put a text code in here, which is the one that I said, it's a 1 hour code that only lasts for the hour, and we may renew it each morning and see how we go, but we'll get to that later. What we're really going to use is the scan code. This is the most important one for us. So the students will click on scan code. And remember that we've given the students, every single student, a copy of the classroom code. So here I am sitting here. Now I have a copy of the QR code on my phone, so I'm just going to show you. I hold it up to the screen. The QR code registers and it takes me into the website. Now, as a student, I have to choose my name, and there's a degree of trust here that the students will choose their own name. So for this one, I'm going to be Joseph. So I'm going to click on Joseph and I'm going to log in. So now I'm Joseph. Sign in as Joseph? Yes. So Joseph signs in the morning first thing, and the first thing he sees is in his activity list is the Scrabble activity. If he goes to his journal, he will see the video and he can watch the video and laugh at my head. Good morning, students. How are you going? This morning we're going to do an activity on Scrabble. Right, so he likes that. So he's going to write a little comment down the bottom. Hello, Mr. Nick. This is fun. So he could write that comment and then he can go post and that'll be sent to me. This little comment, hello Mr. Nick, this will be fun, and it says pending approval because as a teacher I have to approve that comment so that nothing inappropriate is put on and so that I can see Joseph is an active member of the class. So if I go to activities, so he can see there's a number 1 here saying that he has an activity that he needs to complete. He goes in and he looks at the activity. He says, all right, I want to add a response to this activity. He clicks add a response and then the activity starts. And he goes in and he completes the activity during the day, so there seems to be lots of slides here. I haven't done this activity myself, but it looks like we can probably build a word. So I'm going to build a word, just a dog. I'm going to build the word dog. Yep. Add it up. How many points is it worth? Well, it's worth 5 points, right? So in here, I'm going to maybe get my text writer. I'm going to grab this text writer, and I'm going to grab it down here, and I'm going to put the number 5 in. So I've finished that activity. I've done the whole activity. I've got the most points that I possibly could. Looks like a pretty good activity. Looks like there's lots of pages. I would have to read the instructions. And then I'm going to click tick, and I've uploaded that work. So I've uploaded my work for the end of the day, right? Now I might also want to add a comment. This was a great fun activity. Can we please do more? Question. All right, and I want to post this comment as well with my activity. And then after he has completed all the activities that you've sent him for the day, that's it. The student's done. They've finished their work for the day. Obviously, they're going to do more than one activity, and obviously you're going to set them tasks that they can do. But you can see from a student's point of view, it's really simple. It's really easy for them to log in, do their work, finish their activity, post some comments, and then leave. Now, when you write to a student, it'll come into their inbox, and they'll see the comments that you've written. They'll see that you've actually seen their work and you've acknowledged that they're there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to log out of the student again. So I'm going to click on the name, click on the cog, and I'm going to say sign out. And then I'm going to sign back in as a teacher so we can see how it works from a teacher's point of view. So I'm signing in. Here's my sign in. Sign back in. Okay, and all of a sudden I see I've got 3 unapproved posts. So I've got 3 things as a teacher that I need to do straight away. Big red letters. It's straight away I can see that I've got something to do. So I'm going to click review. And as I click review, I've got a comment from Joseph here saying, this was a great fun activity, can we please do more? Yep, I'm going to approve that, that's okay. Now he's got his actual work that he's got here, and I could go in and add a comment on here if I wanted to do that, and I could go, yep, approve that, well done. And I can go through to here and I can say, hello Mr. Nick, this was fun. Yep, I'm going to approve all of those three different things there. I could go to my inbox and there would be notifications and messages in here as well. I could have done it that way, but it comes up on the red line at the bottom straight away, so that's probably the best way to deal with it. Also, if I go down here to Joseph, where is he? Joseph. I can click, he's got 2 items in there. See, most of the other students have got 1. He's got 2 because he's actually completed the activity and he's written to me, and I can go through and see the 2 items that he's had in his. So it keeps a log of the student's work, and essentially it saves the student's work in their name. The other students can't see it, they can only see their own. The other thing that this does, and I think is really important, is it gives you a running view of seeing who is actually doing the work, who is attending the class online, who's completing the work online, are you giving them feedback, and make sure that you know who's doing the schoolwork and who's not. And then in which case you contact the parents potentially and say, look, you know, there's 10 activities online and your child hasn't done any of the 10 and we need them to be keeping up their schoolwork, and so on and so forth. So I think this is a good way to make sure the students are actually attending, they're actually doing the work. Now, that's about it at this stage. I think it's really important that you add good quality activities in here. I'm just going to show you very quickly a little bit of video that one of the other teachers has done for me, and only because I want to show you that making a video just using your mobile phone can be a great engaging thing for the students, right? So I'll just run this video really quickly, and then that's the sort of thing that the school would like you to add onto your SeeSaw site. They want you to add this sort of content.
Hi reception, are you ready for your first mission? Are you ready, Manuel? Are you ready, Carmen? Are you ready, boys and girls, for your first mission? Your first mission will be a letters mission. You will be using this to help you. I want you to find objects in the house which use the X sound. What sound is it? The X sound. So maybe Mummy is in the kitchen and she is mixing some food. Or maybe outside there's a ox. A fox. Well, what can I find in my classroom which has a X in it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What have we got in the classroom? What is this? What is this, Mr. Simon? It's a fox. The ox. Fox. What can you find in your house?
Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is the code, a different way for the students to log in. If you've got a student who has a device that doesn't have a camera, so they can't use the QR code, then we need to still be able to give them the opportunities to log in and do the work. There can't be an excuse for them not doing the work. So if you go down as a teacher, I'm still logged in as a teacher, if you go down to students and hit plus on the add students, I'm just going to do that now. What it does is it regenerates a new code, and you can see there's a copy here, MZNYXF, and that code will last for 1 hour. So one of the suggestions from the school is that at 8 o'clock every morning on Class Dojo, the teacher at 8 o'clock every single morning will post 1 copy of this code, which obviously will only last for an hour. So that means that the students essentially have to log in at 8 o'clock in the morning. If they don't have the QR code option, they have to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. And once they log in at 8 o'clock in the morning, they've got an hour to do it. They can log in and leave it logged in for the whole day. So the code's a good idea. The code's a good idea to send on the Class Dojo and let the students do it, but it only lasts the hour if you're producing a new code. So a better option is the QR code, but this is just for that 8 o'clock in the morning. Send it out once. If they want to log in using that because they don't have a camera, that's one thing that they could do. You've just seen that video from Simon. He's a newly qualified teacher. He's done a good job with the video. There are videos of teachers everywhere making these tiny little great videos. If you're doing a video on your phone or if you're doing a video with your laptop, try and make it short. All right, try and make it less than 5 minutes, as short as you can, because that'll save you with your upload times. Short, sharp, fun videos that are engaging to the students. I know that you might want to read a book, or you might want to introduce the words of the day or the words of the week, that sort of stuff. Short, sharp videos are really effective, and they work really, really well with SeeSaw. If you've got any questions, please email me. I'll put my email address down the bottom here, and if you need any help, just let me know and I'll help you out.